Morning everybody, welcome to Miracle Learning Center. Today we're going to learn about atomic structure and how to calculate the number of protons and electrons and neutrons in the atom. Okay, this is atomic structure. Right, we're going to get the numbers from the periodic table which you see here. So first, we're going to learn what is a proton, what is an electron, and what's a neutron, right? What's the charge of a proton? Proton has a +1 charge, electron, -1 charge, and neutron, no charge. And what's the relative mass? Proton has a relative mass of 1, same as neutron. And an electron is very, very light. It moves around the nucleus. It's actually 1/1840 of the proton. So it's actually very, very light. It's about 1/2000. So how does the atom look like? Okay, so for example, I draw the lithium atom. Okay, lithium, there are protons and electrons is on the outside. So these circles on the outside are the electrons. The protons are inside. Okay. Then we have the neutrons inside also. Okay, how many to draw later, we'll look at it. Okay, so you notice that the electrons are outside. And the protons are inside. So there is a electrostatic force of attraction, right? So electrons will move on the outside and is attracted to the nucleus by the electrostatic force of attraction. Okay, now we're going to calculate the number of proton, electron, and neutron in the atom. Okay, let's look at lithium again. Lithium, we have 7 and 3. 3 is the proton number, or it's also known as the atomic number. So proton number is actually the number of protons in the atom, number of protons in the atom. And 7 refers to the mass number, or also known as the nucleon number. It means the number inside the nucleus. So that's 7, which is actually the number of protons and neutrons in the atom. Okay, so now you look at lithium. 3 is the number of protons. So how many protons do you think there are in a lithium atom? Is it 3 or is it 7? Answer is 3. And how many electrons are there? It isn't told here. But what can you tell? Because lithium is an atom, it's not charged. So if it's not charged, the number of protons and electrons should be the same. So if there are 3 protons, there should be 3 electrons. So it's not charged. The total number of positive charges and negative charges is the same. How about number of neutrons? Neutrons, you've got to take 7 minus 3, because 7 is protons and neutrons together, and 3 is just the protons. So you take 7 minus 3, and you have 4 neutrons. Let's try out one more. Let's say sodium. The mass number is 23 and the proton number is 11. So how many protons do you think there are in the sodium atom? should be 11. And electrons, since it's an atom, there should be 11. And neutrons, you take in 23 minus 11. So there are 12 neutrons in the sodium atom. Okay, let's try one last one, which is fluorine. Fluorine, 19.9. The top number is always the mass number. Remember, the bigger number is the mass. You're always heavier, right? Heavy. Okay, so now how many protons are there? Okay, now let's start with neutrons. How many neutrons do you think there are? 10, 19, or 9? It should be 19 minus 9. So there are 10 neutrons. Protons, there are 9 because this is the proton number. And electrons, because it's an atom, there's no charge. The proton is the same as the number of electrons. That's 9. Thank you. For more videos, visit miraclelearningcenter.com. This is our number. Have a good day. How many?